perceived by many to be the worst club run in English football. Birmingham City, my club, we're going to try and make them great again. We won a trophy 10 seasons ago. Let's get back to the big time there. I'm playing a game at the minute on Twitch as a Deportivo La Coruña, and we're going to go with their tactics that I'm using over there. So a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress, which seems to be kind of the way that Blues are playing in the league at the minute. The club want us to play entertaining football and develop players using our own youth system, which is something I'd kind of be keen to do anyway with doing this game save. Players like Joe Bellingham, George Hall, Alfie Chang, try and get them into the system and kind of build around a core of those. And they want us to be competitive against Aston Villa if we ever happen to play them, which I don't see happening in the first few seasons here, unless we get really lucky or they get very unlucky. And remaining in the Scottish Bet Championship is kind of the aim of the game in the league. So again, sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, which is how I like to play Football Manager anyway. One of my idols is Arsene Wenger, and his kind of transfer philosophy of bringing in the young players and training them up to sell them on for a profit. Very much a fan of that. We have got quite a few loan players in our squad as well. People like Dion Sanderson, Austin Trusty, Christian Bielik, Hannibal and Kadra. Ivan Sunic, I have offered him out for some money just to try and up our transfer budget there. Players like Chong and Bakuna, they're going to be key players for us this season with our system that we're playing as well. And yeah, so it's going to be Hogan up front. Let's do our team for now, because I've just seen our transfer budget and there's not a lot there. So John Ruddy in goal, clearly. Right back will be Maxine Collan. With Joshua Williams as well as a backup with Nico Gordon to come in. Although Gordon's played quite well last season at centre back for us. That might be another alternative for us. Austin Trusty has been fantastic at centre back for us in real life. So we'll look to build around him. Now, I'm a big fan of Mark Roberts. I know not a lot of people are. But for now, even though I say that, I'm going to go in for Dion Sanderson. I'm hoping that we can kind of... No, we can't. We can't buy him on a permanent. That £7 to £9 million rating is going to be way too rich for us for the next 4 or 5 seasons, I reckon. And Manny Longello signed in January from West Ham, so he'll be our left back option. That'll be our back 5 going forward, and then kind of like an anchor in midfield is what I'd like to do. Bielik is the obvious choice for that, but we do have Gary Gardner and George Hall. I think Chong and Bakuna, there should be more of attacking positions up here. For now, we'll probably put in maybe Gary Gardner as our anchor. Roaming playmaker, probably going to be Chong, but I'd like to see Chong up in the wider positions and then cutting inside. So we might go with a George Hall just for the time being until we can see if we can kind of improve that position there. So as our attacking mid, there's quite a few here. So we've got Chong, Hannibal and Bakuna. And it's pretty good to choose from, especially for a lower end championship club that we are at the minute. And then it's the right hand side and the left hand side to look at. So inside forwards is what we'll be looking at. Maybe Hannibal or Kadra. Kadra is impressing me in real life, so interesting to see what he can do. Front on the right, cut inside. It seems to be finding his way over there in games. And then we'll go with Hannibal or Bakuna. Probably, I mean Hannibal's Hannibal, but we're going to give Bakuna a chance in here. We're quite tempted actually. Can we swap the anchor maybe to a ball-winning midfielder, then put Hannibal in there? Because he's very tenacious, but he can't seem to play that position by looking at this. Very weird. Maybe we should go deep line playmaker then. Gary Gardner, he should do fine. Maybe not as a playmaker. Gordon James, again, building around the youth. We'll bring him in. But saying that, George Hall, well, can play deep line playmaker. And you know what? We'll drop Chong in. Chong can go into middle position there. and right side can be Hannibal. And then we've only got one striker pretty much really, that's Scott Hogan. Troy Deeney to come on as a kind of a battering ram to bully teams in the second half. I don't really want to do this. Let's just accept all and then we'll move on. This is my first kind of week in, so that's probably why. We'll just schedule after the meeting, schedule after, go again. So our transfer budget is pretty measly. We are looking at 200,000 with a 5,000 wage budget as well. Let's be honest, I don't think it's going to be worth having a look at anyone at the minute. Nico Gordon's got some interest in him. He's going to do a job for us this season. As I said, there's a lot of players that are out of contract, which we need to be looking at as well. Although important player for a League 2 team. I think for now we'll just assess our options that we got. Finlay Thorndike, do I see him playing for us anytime soon? Probably not. So we will let him go out. One's already been oh no, that's just locked in. We'll accept the ultimatum as a key player or important player. As you can see, these are our team leaders and our dynamics of our squad. So Troy Deeney, Djukovic, and Colin. Yeah, don't see anything wrong with that, especially with Troy Deeney coming in and Duke being kind of our main battering ram up front. Highly influential players, Gary Gardner and Harley Dean. Interesting to see Harley Dean in there, especially how he's kind of shunned out the squad by previous managers there. Mark Roberts got Hogan, Ruddy, clearly coming in, and Etheridge, and George Friend as well. I wonder if we can kind of... There's some players I would really love to move out, like Etheridge. It's on 21... Oh my god, okay, he's on a lot of money a week. I'll be quite happy for him to go for nothing. But we'll do it as unspecified and see if we can move him out of the club. And I'm kind of realising that we've got three strikers waiting to kind of see about the Scott Hogan situation, and I did say that I would like to bring in another striker as a kind of priority. Let's just introduce ourselves to the squad. Let's see how they react to me. I'm sure they're kind of used to these meetings with how our owners have been. So, what do we want to do? Younger players to the first team squad. They're very happy with that. If anyone's interested in a coaching course, we'll do that. That's weird. So they've gone from very happy to downcast because I'm trying to improve them. Fine. You know what? If you want to leave, you can leave. This is going really badly, isn't it? Maybe the promises aren't the best to do. We'll just end off for now. Top half, not going to happen. I think we could easily beat the draw. Way to be optimistic, we're much better than limiting ourselves to a relegation fight, so they think they're better than. So, what about the compromise? We'll go with that. Then we'll just go positive and we'll just try and run away. Right, some of them are pleased. That's fine. Now I'm unsure about what striker we will be able to get in with our massive 200k budget, but we'll see how we go on first of all. And the way I like to play Football Manager, pretty much I don't like doing the training, so I'll pass it on to a better player, better manager to do it. Well, our assistant manager anyway. Right. When it comes to these, I always like to go over just positive, just to... The players will be listening to this, and I think it's all about motivation. So very rarely will I throw them under the bush, so to say. Right, we need to change that as well. I don't like to do the... Fine, that's fine. Delegate that out. Leads friendlies. I don't want to lead the friendly. Takes up too much time in Football Manager. So we'll leave it to our assistant, who seems capable enough to be able to help this team going forward. So easy 3-0 win. Although I have taken a lot of the second team out, so that's probably why the first team won quite convincingly. Right, so some loans coming in for Gordon and Chang. Again, I would like to keep them around the club. No offers for Etheridge. It's going to be his wages are going to be a big hindrance on people coming in to do this. And what have we got? So Chang, regular, important. Oh, so important for League One. Maybe we'll let him out, even though he's playing quite well this season for us. We'll put him out on loan in League One as an important player. If the worst happens and we do go down, then at least that can be done. No idea why they've come in with that kind of bid, so we'll get rid of that. I'm thinking about it wages wise. Who is a big earner that? I mean, look at this, 31k for Holly Dean. No idea. I wonder if there's a way that we can release on a free. How much it would cost us? Probably in the millions, I reckon. 1.6 million. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Mutual termination. I mean, I'm a new manager. He is interested. No, he's not. Oh, okay. He's unhappy because we offered it out. Right, but come on, Troy. Let's see what you can do. Big Troy can't do it. Let's discuss with Dean then. I'm not going to apologise for it. Unfortunately, your injury means we can't afford to keep you around, so that might be a kicker. Financially tricky situation. Yeah. You know what? We're not going to apologise. We're going to try and get him out. Again, I'll offer him out for free. I don't mind. He's out of contract at the end of the season, I believe. So that's a lot of wages to come in, which would really help out the club. There's a lot of players on kind of 10,000 a week here as well. Or Chong's on 25. Bakuna's on 10. That's fine. Bakuna's a good player for us. And as you can see, there's a lot of youngsters that are in and around the team, which pretty much little to no value to them. We'll just move on for now. Well, that's not a surprise. Let's just try and push him out. Doesn't want to fight it anymore. That's fine. Look, I am sorry, Harley, but it is for the best of the club. We'll accept these loans out for... And look, as I said, loads of players out of contract. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we're going to go down to there, 10 kind of first teamers. We'll bring Kendra Simmons in. Again, just to put him around the first team, just to gain some experience. Brandon Keller, Pharrell Williams. I don't know much about Pharrell Williams, but he's got a lot of 9s and 8s there, and he's only 17. If he can improve, that'll be very, very muchly appreciated. Gordon and Barrow, we're going to leave you for now. Let's kind of have a look and see who is around as a striker. So what? He's just been released from Chelsea. He's on with Blackpool. He's on our scouting range for whatever reason, and for some reason there's a Brazilian, a Brazilian centre back who's on our list. I mean, why not? Don't know who he is. Never heard of him before. And what's good about him? So, headings 12, markings 12s, 13 jump reach, Good leadership for a youngster. Positioning, determination's good. We'll get a scout report on him just to have a look. And you know what? We'll offer 33,000. We'll offer the smallest amount going. Never going to get a work permit, but you know we'll hit and hope. So the free transfer market is probably where we are going to be looking at most of our players for. Players like Andre Wisdom doesn't excite me. Why would he? Graham Doran, see the old West Brom player? No point looking at him. So let's focus on strikers. Then they're going to have to be kind of free contracts as well, aren't they? If we are being honest with ourselves. Have we got any scouting knowledge of any of them already? One, Jerome Sinclair. You're not the one. Ryan Cassidy, he's normally looks like a very good player on Football Manager, but clearly not on this one. Derdiak, good player. Ray Minaj. Sunderland are after him. Was at loan at Watford. Was at Watford and at Barcelona as well. That's what a career that is that he's got. Players like David Nugent, I don't think they're the ones for us. I think Jerome Sinclair was on loan at us a while ago. He's just not. Kevin Lisby's still playing football. Wow. There are a couple of players that I did like when I was on when I've been playing as Deportivo. One was Ivan Azan, and he has been loaded into the game. We're going to get a scout report on Ivan. He won't be interested in joining us, but he's one for the future. He's doing really well for me, Deportivo. And there's a guy as well called Ferry, Nacho Ferry. Again, one for the future, but he doesn't look like he's kind of what we need at the minute. Gardner's injured, fantastic. Add it to the list. We've got the longest contract looking at that as a 2024. That's fun. So recruitment meeting, striker is definitely the way forward that we want. These youngsters, we'll just allow to go out on loan. Even Chang now as well, so important player for League 2. Yeah, let's just do it. £4,000 as well, so they're offering 600, so that's a little bit of money coming in. What's that for Shrewsbury? Important player. Even though I've kind of just changed my mind on what I was saying earlier. We'll just accept that for now. How long's Bielik out for? 3 weeks. He'll be back in time for the start of the season at least. I mean, to be fair, that's not a horrendous offer, is it? He's willing to talk to us as well. That's very interesting. But I think, yeah, we know. Oh, no. We'll just have a look. We'll offer a decent contract. 2 years at, say, 1,200. Right, he's not interested, so we'll just see where the scout report comes in for him. Right, and your teams have upped their offer for Alfie Chang, so we'll allow those loan offers to be accepted. Trial day for England. The ex-Man City? He is ex-Man City. Bring him in on trial. Which we can't do for whatever reason. We'll just scout them. Maybe it's because they're taking part in that game that we're not allowed to offer them a trial. No, I think the loan market is probably one that we should be looking at. Chong, get you on free kicks, same as Bakuna. Now Graham's got like a wand of a foot. So if he's ever in the game, he can go on the corners. But yeah, as you can see, there's not a lot of quality in what we do. Put Cadra on as well. So 5-3, conceded 3 goals, which isn't good. Although Morgan Smith scored 2 against us, that's quite an old boy. He can stay where he is. So Bakuna, Hannibal, Cadra, Bakuna and Pharrell Williams as well. And another injury. That's 2 we've had so far in pre-season here. I mean, how is Sunderland even offering these players? Wow, okay. Kind of shows kind of what position that we are in as a club. Even like Maximovic as well, I believe, is on a free contract. He is. We literally have no money and kind of like no ambition either. Like, I don't think many players would be interested in joining us, if I'm honest. So that's 12k a week. I mean, it's a lot better than what we have currently. But I think 10 is kind of our limit here, and it's just not gonna happen. Do we have a director of football? Do? Oh, look at him. He looks so happy to be at the club. Although we can't suggest a single free striker for us. Nor any. Is he even? Right, so Ellis Sims would be a good shout. He's very fast. Ellis Sims, I don't think we could even have any more loan players, to be honest. Limit 4. It must not be included in what we've already got. You know what, we'll offer him out as a squad player. See what we get. What we get in. Maybe another midfielder, potentially. No, they're even those are too much out of our price range. Just clicked on the same thing. Right, any free contract midfielders. Robbie Burton, Boyd Muntz, who played for Birmingham City, funnily enough. Not a lot around. There really isn't a lot around. Okay. Well, we'll see how the Ellis Sims offer goes. The Chang's going to go out on loan, that's fine. And Thorndike's going to go out on loan as well. Kieran Wakefield, I think all the youngsters, they do need to go out and get some time. Another injury, George Hall, is only out for a day, that's fine. And the Ellis Sims offer has been accepted. I know that Sean Dyche has just brought him back into the Everton fold. So we'll see how he gets on. 8 goals for Blackpool in 21 games. It's not a sniffed at record really, like 1 in 2.5 games. And Nico Gordon off of there. Just accept that. So, Noga, probably a no-goer. It's got a bit of League One, Central Championship. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Ivan Azan, it's got no interest in joining us, which is fine, but it's going to go on our shortlist and we'll acknowledge it because he's one for the future for us. It's crazy that, like, if we get rid of... We're not a fringe player going out. If we can get rid of Etheridge and Dean, then it kind of frees up like 50,000 wages that can be used elsewhere a lot easily as well. So, yeah, he's fine. Ellis Sims is fine. Let's compare him to Hogan. You know, pretty similar player. Obviously, Sims is a bit faster, a bit more attacking as well, and a bit more of an aerial threat. Whereas we know, kind of, Scott Hogan's a poacher, and he's in his prime as well. So I'm quite happy for those two there. I wonder who else is in the loans that we can have a look at. That won't cost us too much with wages either. Make sure that they're all turned off, which they are. I mean, quite predictably, nothing is jumping out really. Maybe it's because I'm interested in transfer. Let's go to interested in loan. In goalie, I don't think we need to bring a goalkeeper in. Have Man City got any players I'd like to help us out with? Obviously, Finley Burns. I've seen him a few times in the Football Manager. He seems to improve quite a bit. Another win. At least we're scoring goals, but we are conceding goals pretty freely. So this Rory Feely, talking about freely. Okay, so he scored 2 goals from defence against us, which is not a good sign. I'm assuming that's from set pieces. So we are letting a load go out on loan. Now, is that hampering our position? I'm not fully sure. There's a fair size squad here, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, 3 goalies, a lot of defenders. Who's this Godfried? Godfried, you can he's in the under 18. Oh, is this why? No. Okay, not quite sure why he's in there. Look, our future players is going to be Jordan James, George Hall, and Joe Bellingham. That's hopefully be our midfield 3 with our centre attacking mid and our 2 centre mids as well. Although quite where Job's going to play. That'll be one to work out. So Jacob Davenport, leading Sky Bet 1, good Sky Bet Championship. We'll bring him in on trial to have a look. He's got good pedigree. And he kind of goes in the under 23 player category that the club would like us to sign, so that's fine. We'll bring him in for a month and see kind of how he gets on. Oh, so that's Reda Kadra. New deal for him, so that's fine. Doesn't affect us now. As long as I'm not trying to take him away. Simmons, you can go out. I wonder if Deportivo have That's weird, they're not showing up. Is it because they're known as Karuna on here? Yes. Trying to think about who we had last time. Although this team has changed a fair bit. So Valeres, Trilly. Trilly's quite young. Oh, looking at this, there's no one really here. Maybe Deportivo is not one for us to look at. No. You can kind of see all the championship teams that are making free contract offers. It seems to be the way of the world. Down in the lower leagues. But we do not have any kind of pulling power or spending power that we can even tempt players in with at the minute. Right, we'll put Ellie Sims in. We'll just auto select this. The 21s don't need to be included, so that's fine. Someone's after Jordan Graham, but it's only on loan. The 21s on the 21s. Gonna be a common theme here. That's fine. I mean, that's more than enough for so far with what we have. I mean, it shouldn't, touch wood, it shouldn't be too difficult to stay in the league. Is that our old boy, Beryl Labella? He is. So a lot of youth from Birmingham City that's has moved on from the club. That's something that I don't really want to help with going forward this season. Which is number 1. I'd rather John Ruddy be number 1. Catcher's injured for 3 weeks. Yeah, so already this pre-season we had 3 injuries. No matter if they're big or small, they're present. So the top goal scorers, Brereton Diaz and Pookie. Obvious. Oscar Estepinian. Matt Godden from Coventry. Zion Fleming. I mean, he's a good all-rounder, he is. Elijah Adebayo from Luton. Yeah, he's actually pretty good. Oh, here we go. They've injected 275k to help the club running costs. What are our finances? Apparently we've got 5 million in the bank. I don't believe that for one second. But I think we're going to leave it there just for now. It's going to be a kind of a starting point into the game save, and it's not a lot we can do on the transfer front, but we'll see how we get on with the games, and hopefully we just stay up this season. We can offload a lot of our wages in the off season as well next season, and we'll try and rebuild this team through our youth academy and become a sustainable club and not become the worst run team / club in England. I'll see you next time. Bye.